In this video, let's examine why division by zero is undefined, and what it means to divide 0 by 0 itself. To understand this, we need to potentially back up all the way to addition and quickly reteach you how all arithmetic is built up from the simple principle of addition. Addition is an operation that combines two or more values or numbers into a single value. The process of adding some collection of n numbers together is called summation, and the result of addition is called the sum of numbers. Though often taught in elementary school as a separate thing from addition, anyone with some knowledge of negative numbers quickly realizes that subtraction is really defined as the addition of a negative number. When we multiply something, we are adding it to itself multiple times, ergo the use of words like times and multiple when talking about multiplication. Thus, multiplication is no different from addition. It is merely the addition of something to itself a certain number of times. The product of two values, let's say a and b, says that we have a number a which should be added to itself b number of times. For example, the numbers 8 and 4. 8 times 4, which equals 32, is the same as saying 8 added to itself 4 times, or 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, which equals 32. Division is classically taught in schools as breaking a number into parts according to the denominator. However, division is also derivative of addition. We can just as well understand division in terms of addition. In fact, it is through this alternative but equivalent understanding that we can better understand why division by zero is undefined. When I divide, I am actually asking the question, how many times must I add the denominator to itself to equal the numerator? 20 divided by 3 equals 6 2/3 means that I must add 3 together 6 2/3 times to equal 20, or 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 and 2/3 of 3, or 2, equals 20. 0 divided by 3 equals 0 means that I must add 3 together 0 times to equal 0, or no 3's equals 0. So, what does it mean when I put a 0 in the bottom of a fraction? For example, 20 divided by 0 is asking how many times must I add 0 together to equal 20? Well, 0 is obviously not the answer here, since 0 added 0 times does not equal 20. Really, I might add 0 to itself as many times as I can imagine, and it would never equal 20. Indeed, there is no such number of times that I can add 0 to itself to equal 20. So, the answer is undefined, and thus we can say that division by 0 itself is an undefined operation. Now, we might want to ask about the interesting case of 0 divided by 0. What does this mean, and is it also undefined? Well, any number divided by itself is typically 1, right? Like 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Is 0 divided by 0 equal to 1? Let's examine. Well, 0 divided by 0 is asking, how many times should I add 0 to get 0? Well, I could do this 1 time, or I could do this 2 times, or I could do this 5 times. There are essentially an infinite number of possible answers, and so there is no single answer. Thus, rather than say that the operation is undefined, we say that it is not well defined. Given the level of your math class and the things you might be doing in it, there might be ways to better define what you are doing if you are getting 0 over 0 as an answer, so that you can get a defined answer. But that's a topic for another time.